time to work out, man. It is time to work out. I forgot to put that in the title, but I wanted to um, talk about this Kenyan female thing. The passport bro that brought her over here, man. It's just like I want to talk about some of the mistakes he made, which led him to being dumped when he brought her over here, man. Uh, what can I say, man? When you're young and dumb, you do a lot of stupid stuff, man. Let's get some pick me up though first. I ain't supposed to be drinking and stuff, man, but whatever.
Anything else?
That's it, boss.
325 ਉਹ ਚੰਗਾ ਹੈ ਬਾਗੇ ਦੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਆਏ ਬਾਗੇ ਹੁਣ ਅੱਗੇ ਇਧਰੋਂ ਪਾਉਂਦੇ ਸੀ ਹੁਣ ਫਿਰ ਪ੍ਰਸਾਦ ਹੀ ਬਣਾਉਂਦੇ ਸੀ ਭੈਣ ਕਰਦੇ ਤਾਂ ਕੁਛ ਆਏ ਉਦੋਂ ਸਾਡਾ ਚੇਤਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਆਇਆ ਸਾਡੇ ਦਿਨ ਖੁੱਲ੍ਹ ਤੇ ਸਾਡੇ ਨਿਆਣਿਆਂ ਦੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਤਰੀਕੇ ਦੇ ਤੌਰ ਕੀਤੀ ਹੁਣ ਸਾਡੇ ਚੇਤਾ Thank you.
Thank you.
I know that.
Thank you.
Bye.
All right. So the number one huge mistake that passport bro made was, and you guys know I always talk about this, how he's just focusing on women at an early age without building himself. You know what I'm saying? That's the number one mistake is focusing on women in your 20s and trying to start a family with her and stuff like that. Like, bro, your mind is in the wrong spot. You brought her over here, man, because you was lonely in the States, and you needed somebody, but you got to go through the loneliness, though, to build yourself, though. For what I'm saying? And once you brought her over here, she saw that you wasn't living pretty good, man. You know, you wasn't living good. My bad. I'm back again. Oh, come on, man. That leaf blower is fucking stupid, bro. My bad, I was muted. It's like you guys are trying to find a shortcut to get women and shit, and it backfires on you every single time. Cause them women over there in them other countries, they want stability too. They want a man with his shit together, bro. You can't possibly have your shit together under 30 years old, bro. She got over here and she saw that you didn't have your shit together, and she dished out on you. You know what I'm saying? Because if you would have brought her over here and you would have had your own restaurant and stuff like that, man, she would have been no shit. She wouldn't have been so quick to leave, bro. You got stability. You know what I'm saying? Like this one passport, bro. He went to the Philippines. He had his shit together when he brought her over here, man. Had his own restaurant. He was open for business, man. And she was in there running this shit. She was helping him run the restaurant. Now, you think a woman gonna leave that? You own your own restaurant? You think a woman just gonna up and leave you just like that? I mean, it can happen, but it'd be a lot tougher for her to leave something that's so lucrative. You know what I'm saying? They go out on vacations every year and shit like that, man. They living like kings and queens, bro. But this passport, bro, is something different. You know, he's bringing her over here without having this shit together, and she saw that. You know what I'm saying? And so she decided to jump ship. She met some other dude that had more money and probably had more stability, and talking about I could take better care of you than he can, and all the other stuff just got in her ear, and she said, fuck this guy, you know what I'm saying? And dished out on her. And that serves him right. I told you, young niggas, man, you should not be out here focusing on women at an early age like that, bro. I did that. I'm keep telling you guys to do the same, bro. Because if I would have been focused more on my shit, you feel me, I wouldn't be here right now talking to you guys, complaining, and being on the grind at the same time. You feel what I'm saying? You know. So he just made one rookie mistake at a time. You know what I'm saying? Focusing on women at an early age. Bringing her back to America around all these juggernauts. You bringing her over to the land of competition, bro. Yeah, everything is more competitive out here, bro. You feel what I'm saying? Over there in Kenya, it's not that competitive for her. You feel what I'm saying? Over here, dudes are snatching dudes girlfriends and shit out here, bro. Cause motherfuckers are hungry as hell, bro. You bringing her over here, you know, around lions and tigers and bears. You know what I'm saying? You bringing her over here with the Chads and the Tyrones? You must be crazy, boy. You know what I'm saying? You must be crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's just like the guy couldn't get a date out here, man, and he was struggling. You know what I'm saying? So he said, man, I'm going to bring a woman from Kenya back to America. Yeah, that's it. With all these Chads and Tyrones around, hell yeah, man. What could possibly go wrong? She showed you what could go wrong, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly what we're saying. With all the competition out here, man, I can still get with them. Yeah. I know I ain't got my shit together, man, but I can still bring her over here. Ain't nothing gonna happen. She already got my kid already. Man, you got smoked. You know what I'm saying? Uh, I don't know if he married her, but how did she get her green card? How is, you feel me? You know, he said Chaz and Tyrone's harvest the world. Yeah. The Harveys of the world. Yeah, man, because you're bringing her over here, man, and it probably wasn't even it probably wasn't even a Chad or a Tyrone that that she left him for. It's probably some dude that just had his money together, man. And that's what happened to me, man. I was having sex with Thai girl, man. Every single time I went out to see her, man. Just busting all kinds of juicy nuts inside that juicy cooch. You know. And so, soon enough, she met a motherfucker who had more money than me, that had his shit together. You know what I'm saying? And she started dating him. You know what I'm saying? And now me and her, we wasn't serious, me and Thai girl. But it was the fact that this guy had his money together and I didn't. So he won. I learned that the hard way, bro. That's like a thorn stuck in my side, bro. I'm just using Thai girl as a prime example on how these females operate, bro. You feel what I'm saying? It's either Chad or Tyrone or a guy with more money than you. Okay? You bringing her around, a whole lot of competition. Guaranteed, like, you bring her over here, there's a bunch of guys who are gonna be hitting on her all the time. Everybody's so goddamn thirsty. There's not a whole lot of women to go around. They're gonna hit on everything. Especially if she's decent looking. You feel what I'm saying? Now this woman, she's decent looking. She's an average looking female. She's fuckable. I would fuck her. But, you know, you're bringing her around a bunch of thirsty. Get off me, man. You're bringing her around a bunch of thirsty heathens, bro, that ain't had sex in a long time. You know? And you expect her to, like, I don't know, to stick with you, man, throughout your whole entire life? I mean, bro, like, what type of money have you been making in your 20s? I mean, you can't possibly be well established in your 20s. There's no way in the world. Now, if you're in your 30s, I can see that, because maybe you had a decade to get your money together. Get off me. Fucking whatever that is. You had a decade to get your bread together. Now, if you're 35, then I go, okay, he probably a doctor and stuff, because you could be a doctor at 35, man. Shit, you started studying medicine around age 22 and got to be 35, and now you're a doctor, so now you can take care of her, man. If a female you take from another country come over here and she see your shit is together, she gonna have a hard time leaving that. I said that before, man. You feel what I'm saying? So the mistake that he made was bringing her over here. That's number 2, man. Get off me, fucking whatever that is. Bringing her over here around all this goddamn competition, man. You feel me? Out here, cats is ruthless for coochie over here, man. There's all kinds of simps, Chads, Tyrones, men who got more money than you, and all the other stuff, bro. It's not gonna be a pretty sight, bro. And then again, you lack experience with females. You know what I'm saying? You don't know how to deal with her temper tantrums, and you don't know how to avoid fights when fights are coming on. You feel what I'm saying? You got lack of experience with women. So no, it wasn't gonna last forever, bro. You fucking kidding me, bro? You're starting out too young trying to settle down. That shows how like thirsty this guy going over to Kenya, bringing her back over here was. You know, that goes to show how desperate he was, because a man in his 20s, man, who got options, he ain't trying to settle down like so quickly like that and have a family and stuff. You know, a lot of motherfuckers, they be studying in school and stuff. They be trying to fix their financial situation, man, before they start, uh, uh, you know, get off me, fucking whatever that is. I don't know. Fly just keep coming over here, man. A lot of motherfuckers, they focus on their shit, bro. You feel what I'm saying? But this guy was actually trying to settle down at a young age. That goes to show that, damn, yeah, he was having a hard time over here in America getting coochie. That's why he was settling. That's why he was settling down, man. So goddamn quick. Well, Mother Nature has done it again. Punished your ass for trying to take a shortcut. That's what it is. They don't give shortcuts to men like that. You can't just take a shortcut to the coochie like that, bro. Now, I hope this shit is gonna humble him, bro, and realize that he needs to work on himself. You feel what I'm saying? Whatever that fly is doing, keep trying to come over here, man. You know, I hope he's humbled. You know, this young man has no clue on what he's doing, man. He don't know. You know what I'm saying? He just now figuring women out, bro. You know what I'm saying? If it was me, I'd be like, okay, if I brought her over here, I would have my shit together. Okay? She can't just leave me like that. You feel what I'm saying? I got my own restaurant. I got my money together. And especially if she's average looking at best, she ain't gonna come over here and find a nigga like me who got his money together like that. You feel what I'm saying? I'm bringing an average woman from a poor country like Kenya. Kenya's not really that poor, but it's not doing as good as the U.S., okay? So that's considered poor in the U.S. eyes, right? Kenya. You know, she come over here and she tries to replace me so easily, she gonna have a hard time doing that because she's average at best looks, okay? Now, if she was a 10 or a dime piece, then I can see, okay, she'll come over here, she gonna do her thing, man. She gonna leave me the moment she gets over here, because Chad and Tyrone gonna step to that coochie. You feel me? Chad and Tyrone, they don't give a fuck about your girl, man. They'll steal her from you. You know what I'm saying? Men with money, they see your woman, they don't care if she's married. They're gonna steal your woman from you, bro. Like, remember Shannon Sharp, bro? The females he was dealing with, they were married, and he convinced those females to leave her husband because he had the money, bro. You hear what I'm saying? The guy was totally simping, bro. You know what I'm saying? Had enough money to convince that woman to leave her husband. One of the girls he was dealing with, not that 20-something-year-old woman, but the women he was dealing with. You got enough money, you can convince these females to do anything. But it was all her plan anyway, man. She was gonna get over here and do her thug thizzle. You know? You feel me? It was all in her plan. Get off me, fucking. You feel me? That's what you got to do, man. Stay focused on your bread. Don't worry about these women in your prime as a man. Go to school. Uh, chase the bag, bruh. Go to be a movie star, a comedian or something. Like focus on your shit. Too many guys they focus on women first, man, and that's your big mistake. That's the number one big mistake that you could ever make. Is focusing on women in your early prime, man. Like you doing that. I mean, you putting that above your career and schooling and stuff like that? Like for real, bro? Okay. Wait till you get to my age, man. You ain't got no stability. You ain't got no money. You'll see how life is gonna treat you then. It's gonna be worse. If you think you struggling in your 20s to get dates and stuff like that, but uh, once you get to be 40 and you ain't got no bread, it's gonna be worse for you. The fuck is in my nose, man? Fucking goddamn. There's a lot of bugs around here, man, because the dude, that leaf blower, he bringing them bugs over here. Man. Uh, yeah, like I said, uh, you know, I know it's gonna be hard to like not think about women in your 20s and stuff, because your hormones and stuff like that is raging, and you just need to bust a nut. You need to find a female to bust a nut with. They stronger than it is in your 40s and stuff, man. I used to be a horn dog, just like him, but I used to actually get women here in the States, and I still do. You know what I'm saying? I'm not focused on them like that. I'm focused on what I'm supposed to be focused on. And what I was supposed to be focused on in my 20s was getting the bread together, man. Getting the motherfucking bread. And his mistake was that, like, number one, don't be focusing on women in your 20s. Get your shit together. Number two, don't be trying to take shortcuts to different countries and bring them bitches back here and shit when you don't have your shit together. And number three, you dating a woman above your looks level, that's not gonna turn out good. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't got money at least, and I can see you got a lot of money, then yeah, she'll be a fool to leave a big ass house in a business that you own and shit. You know what I'm saying? But that's what I'm saying. Like, fuck, motherfuckers gotta get their priorities straight, man. That's the reason why they struggle. Your financial is the reason why you're struggling, bruh. You feel what I'm saying? You ain't gonna struggle with women when you got your shit together, bro. Let me tell you, like I said, man, if we would have brought her over here, man, he had his own business, he had a good money, and he had financial stability. You feel me? And he was riding in a Lexus, or at least a Lexus or something that probably was tricked out, or a fucking Mercedes Benz. You feel what I'm saying? She would have got over here and be like, no, I am not leaving this for nothing in the world. She eating lobster, steak, and shrimp and crab, you know what I'm saying, on a regular basis. It'd be hard for her to leave him like that. You feel what I'm saying? But then again, I said you cannot always try to take shortcuts. Remember I told you about the shortcut thing a while back? I made videos about that a while back. I said society does not allow men to take shortcuts. There's no shortcut to trying to start a family and all that other shit, bro. Like, he tried to take a shortcut. This passport, bro. And I said this once before in many videos. There is no shortcuts for men, bro. You have to do the work. You know what I'm saying? You got to do the grind, bro. You know. What a waste of time and money to bring a girl over and someone to take her from you. Yeah. You see, he'd been better off just studying somewhere, man, in them books. at school, man, or he would have been better off chasing his dream to make himself more valuable. But nah, he wanted to take a shortcut somewhere. That passport bro stuff ain't nothing but a shortcut that men think that really truly exists. Like it, it's like they're not even real passport bros. Passport bros go to the countries and don't come back. They already got their money together. They can stay in those countries forever, long term, at least long term. The wannabe passport bros, they broke, they dusty, they don't have their shit together, bro. You feel what I'm saying? You know, they're broke, they're dusty, they're filthy, they're stanky. You know, and they're trying to become passport bros. They want to be passport bros. You can't be a passport bro when you don't have your money together, bro. That's just the way it is, bro. You feel what I'm saying? A real passport bro don't want to have nothing to do with American women at all. Even though when they got their shit together, they just don't want an American woman, period. They got their money together, they got stability, you know what I'm saying? But they don't want to have nothing to do with American women. That's a real passport bro. A motherfucker with some financial stability. Feel what I'm saying? Not a young ass motherfucker that's out here searching for cooch all the time, being a pussy hound or a pussy pooch. You feel me? Just always forget about school, forget about my dreams, forget about getting the bag. It's all about getting this coochie right here, man. It's all about getting that bread. It's all about starting a family early too. I'm gonna knock her up. I'm busting nuts inside coochie, man. And then get over here, man. Oh man, she left me, man. I'm like, look at your situation though, bro. You probably brought her into like a very, very mediocre situation, or like a situation where you were working still. You know, you didn't have no stability, bro. She saw that. I'm telling you, I know what happened, bro. You didn't have the stability that she wanted. You didn't have the security blanket that she wanted. You feel what I'm saying? And when the female see you ain't got your shit together, it's easy for her to get up and just leave your ass. Especially if she ain't got no feelings for you. I could tell that she wasn't really into that dude, man. She got over here and she left him real quick. She just used that nigga like a motherfucking tool, you know what I'm saying, to get over to America where she could come over here and do her thug thizzle, bro. You know what I'm saying? When she got off the plane, she was looking for somebody brand new. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? You feel what I'm saying? You know, and just because you done knocked her up and had a baby with her, that shit don't mean shit, bro. We got simps everywhere that will accept her and her kid, bro. America is the land of simps, bro. So you gonna bring her around all these simps? And you don't have no shit together? He was doing that male older bride shit, bro. That's what it was. You know. You know. Yeah, money is the top priority for women. Yeah, exactly. Your money gotta be straight. And I guarantee the motherfucker who brought that female over here from Kenya, I guarantee that he didn't have his bread together. I put that on everything. I guarantee he didn't have shit together. He was too young. Unless he was a rapper or something, but I guarantee he wasn't that. He don't even look like a rapper, bro. The nigga was very inferior to her looks, bro. Small ass head, just geeky, nerdy, you know what I'm saying? Type of dude. You know, black women wouldn't have nothing to do with that nigga, man. You know, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? So he said, fuck it, black women ain't fucking with me over here. I'm going over to Kenya, you know, and I'm gonna bring me back a young hot tenderoni. Man, he got fooled big time. You know what I'm saying? And he probably hurt behind that because I remember when I was younger, I was easily hurt by a lot of females, man. You know, they break your heart stomping in two. He probably was at home crying and shit, tears coming down his eyes. Like, man, she let me, bro. Just crying and shit. He got the ugly face, the ugly face crying shit. Just I'm like, I seen that coming from a mile away. Matter of fact, I would have prevented him from doing that. You feel me? I've been like, nah, man, focus on your bed. Don't be bringing no female over here. What the fuck is wrong with you, bro? Look what, see, that's what I'm saying. That's why a lot of niggas, that's why, I can't even talk 'cause I'm trying to talk too fast. That's why a lot of niggas fail, man, because look where their mind is, bro. Their mind is on that cooch 100% of the time. That's the reason why niggas fail, bro. That's the reason why my father failed. Always thinking about pussy on their mind, bro. They can't get it off their mind. It's like a hat, nigga. Pussy is like a it's like a pussy hat that they wear all the time. It's on their mind 24/7. You feel what I'm saying? And they don't think about getting their money together and getting financial stability. If you would have had your money together, you wouldn't have been able to go over there. I mean, you wouldn't have been wanting to go over to Thailand. Let's say you hit a jackpot of 100 million. You think I'm gonna want to stay in Thailand with that money? I'm like, 100 million? I'm gonna stay out here and live the American dream. No, you went to Kenya because you were struggling over here in America, and you wanted some coochie. You wasn't focused on no dream or nothing like that. You said, fuck that. I want some coochie. I'm bringing it back over here because I'm struggling over here. Boy, I tell you what niggas' minds be at, bro. You feel what I'm saying? I tell you where they minds be at. Where they minds be at? Women. Every time they wake up in the morning, they think about women. When they going to sleep at night, they think about women. When they're walking around in the daytime, they're thinking about women. When they're doing something, they're thinking about women. You know what I'm saying? That bread is something else, man. You got to get it. A lot of guys, they got their minds in the wrong place, man. That's what I tell niggas, man. You young, you stay on your motherfucking money. I don't care how much your hormones is kicking. You know what I'm saying? I don't care, you know, if you just dying of coochie, of a coochie thirst. You know, you're dying of coochie thirst. I don't give a damn, bro. Focus on your money. Look at Heat and Succeed, bro. Look at where his head is at. Because he ain't getting no coochie, he goes out into public and acts a fool. You feel what I'm saying? But he wasted 8, 10, 13, 14 years when he could have been grinding. You feel what I'm saying? Nah, man. Focus on your money. Focus on your bread. Stop focusing on these women. Because what's gonna happen is you're gonna get your feelings hurt. I'm telling you. You youngsters don't know a whole lot about women, man, in their nature, bro. You know, that's obvious right there, man. That he didn't know nothing about female nature, bro. You know, I'm an OG, so I know a little bit more about female nature than he does. You feel me? I'm 45, so I seen it all, bro. I seen motherfuckers get their feelings hurt. I seen motherfuckers get left for a guy, you know, who made more money. I seen motherfuckers get tore up and get their heart stomped on. You feel me? I seen it all, and it happened to me. So the moral of the story is, man, focus on your money while you in your 20s, man. Leave these women alone. Leave these women alone, bro. Stop trying to take shortcuts, because getting your passport is not the answer, especially at a young age. You're listening to too many You're listening to too many goddamn videos on the Passport Bros. You letting the Passport Bros hypnotize you with the locket and shit, man. You feel me? You letting these Passport Bro videos just hypnotize you. You're like, come over here, man. These women don't discriminate, man. And you a guy that's struggling in the dating market, can't get a girlfriend, and then you start believing what the Passport Bros are saying, and all that information just start getting to your brain, and it just brainwash you. I know what I'll do. I'll get my motherfucking Passport Bros, my passport, and I'll become a Passport Bro, and I'll move to Nairobi, Kenya, and get me a wife and bring her back here. Yeah, that's what I'll do. You feel me? He got brainwashed by the Passport Bro movement, man. That's what it was. He watching too many videos, bro. All that shit starts soaking into his brain. You feel what I'm saying? That passport knowledge start soaking into his brain. You know, and he wanted to become part of that movement so bad that he acted on it. Well, he'll learn, bro. He young. The best thing he can do now is move on, lick his wounds, and start focusing on a career or any other dream. You feel what I'm saying? You know, I hope he learned his lesson. I hope he don't make the same mistakes twice. Go over there and get another broad. Same thing happened when he bring her over here, man. She wasn't really into him, and she gonna leave him like that. Remember, Chad and Tyrone was always watching over here, man. You feel me? Remember, Chad and Tyrone is always watching. You can't go nowhere without a Chad or a Tyrone somewhere, bro. And they'll steal your girlfriend and won't think nothing of it. Or I don't know if he's married to her or something like that. But your wife will get stolen, you know what I'm saying? Don't think that it can't. Just because you had children with her, your wife or girlfriend could be stolen at any moment. You feel what I'm saying? When a bigger and stronger bird come around, man, you gotta bow down, bro. You know what I'm saying? You gotta bow down and kiss the three toes, you know what I'm saying? Of the bird. You feel what I'm saying? You know, like the hawk, when the hawk come around, bro, all the seagulls, they disappear, bro. But when the hawk is away, the seagulls, they got their hierarchy or whatever. The bigger seagulls, they puff their coat up. They walk over to the weaker seagull to try to check them and shit. You feel what I'm saying? And I'm gonna check this motherfucker right here. I seen that a couple of times, man. Them seagulls, they be walking, they be sitting there chilling, and then one seagull would puff his coat up, and he would wobble over to the little smaller seagull and try to intimidate him, like, yeah, I'm gonna check this motherfucker right here. This motherfucker ain't shit. That's how it is in the West, man. You know what I'm saying? The taller and better looking guy comes around, man, you know, it's over for you, bro. Unless you got your shit together, bro. You feel what I'm saying? You know, you feel me? You know, you got your shit together, it'd be hard for Chad or Tyrone to take your girl from you because the lifestyle is so good that she ain't gonna want to leave. Like Diddy, you know, it took Cassie 10 years to leave Diddy. The reason why for that, because the lifestyle was good. Diddy had his shit together, bro. Can't no Chad or Tyrone come around and take Cassie away from Diddy just like that. Take, nowhere in the world a Chad or a Tyrone could take, I mean, it did happen in the end, but it took 10 years. I think it was a Chad who stole Cassie. Chad was the exercise instructor and shit. But their relationship was on the rocks and shit. So he came along and he stole her, but it took like 10 years though. You feel what I'm saying? So female got a nice situation. It's gonna be hard for her to leave that situation. You feel me? You know, okay, once you get the bag, don't slip up because you might be in a position as that guy. Um, um, nah, first of all, I could pull the bitch that he had over here, man, in America. You feel what I'm saying? Um, like me slipping up, bro, I don't think I would slip up and simp like that. I've been through a lot with females, so I'm not a simp like that. Uh, I've been left for dead on the side of the road, had my heart stomped on, got left for a guy who had more money. You know what I'm saying? So I've been through a lot with females, bro, and I don't think I would simp that level, bro. Like simp to a level where I'm saving a female from poverty or something. I don't think I would do that, especially if I got my money together. No, I won't do that. What's up with it? Joey Finglish in the house. What's up with it? I'm not gonna like marry a female. I don't believe in marriage. I believe that if you marry a female, she will magically turn into a different person when you marry her. She will magically put on weight. you know, I'm good with the marriage. Now, procreation, that's different. But marrying a female after what I've been through and all the rejection I faced from females that was superior to my looks, you feel what I'm saying? Nah, I won't do that. Nah. I don't get sprung off pussy like that, bro. You feel what I'm saying? He got sprung. Man, she put that coochie on him, man. The dude who brought the female from Africa over here, man, the motherfucker got sprung like nobody's business, bro. See, once that clam opened up, he got sprung. He was, oh, this is some good pussy. Oh, let me bring her back to America. The pussy's so good, it make you want to bring her back to America. And all of a sudden, once they lay that clam on your motherfucking ass, and then, all of a sudden you start simping for no reason. You feel what I'm saying? When the clam opened up, the simping starts, bro. You feel what I'm saying? So nah, I'm not gonna simp like that, man. He got low experience with women, man. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's easy for him to fall into a trap. He only been living for 20-something years, man. What you expect? Him to be advanced? For him to know about female nature, bro? You know what I'm saying? He ain't been living all that long. I've been living twice as long as him. You know what I'm saying? For 20 more years than him, bro. You know what I'm saying? Way more than 20-something years more. Probably 25 more years than him, bro. So I've been around and I've seen stuff, bro. And it happened to me. A lot of stuff happened to me with women, man. That's why I'm staying on my P's and Q's, man. Focus on that money and you won't be struggling. I told you guys this, man, all the time. But no, you want to focus on women first. Okay. The moment she leave you for a Chad or a Tyrone or a motherfucker who got more money, don't come crying. I know that motherfucker hurt, bro. I know he hurt. His feelings is hurt, bro. All that struggling to get her over here, bro. And she does that to him. You feel what I'm saying? So I say, man, lick your wounds. Lick your wounds. Because I know you got some wounds from that heart. And then focus on your money, man. That's all you got to do. You feel what I'm saying? You focus on women first, man. That's what's going to happen to you. Look, I was in my 20s like that too. I think I was like 21 years old. I fell in love with a Brazilian woman and here in America. She was here, man. She was here studying English and shit. And we dated while she was here. You know what I'm saying? I went to Bahia, Brazil, because that's where she's from, right? I saved up some money and I went to Bahia, Brazil. I went out there. We had a lot of sex. I was 21 years old. I was young, you know. But at the end of the trip, I realized that, man, you know, we're not going to be a good couple, man. We're not going to be compatible. And I can't like provide a life that her father is providing for her. Her father was doing good in Brazil, man. They had a nice big apartment, man. You know what I'm saying? And they had a cook and stuff. You know what I'm saying? They had a cook, okay? They had it going on. They all had brand new cars. Her father gave her a brand new car every like 3 years. Every 3 years that went by, she got a brand new car. And I said to myself, I was like, I can't provide that for her, man. I can't take her away from this lifestyle that she's living here in Brazil and take her to America where she's going to be struggling. I can't do that. So I had to let it go, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I had to lick my wounds and focus on my shit. That's when I started focusing on music a few years later. I bought me a beat machine and stuff like that, man. So, you know, I started focusing on music, trying to make it in the music industry. You feel me? You know, but motherfuckers don't want to hear about that, man. They don't want to hear about getting your shit together and getting your money on. They don't want to hear all that, man. They want to hear, where's the shortcut? Where's the shortcut out this piece? You feel what I'm saying? A passport, bro. With a passport, okay, yeah, that's a shortcut right there. That's what I'm talking about. Cause there's no effort in getting a passport, bro. Like, you feel me? All you gotta do is just fucking fill out a form, pay about $100 and something, and you got your passport, bro. And then all you need is the man, them females was fat. It was big in that car, man. I'm surprised that car is holding up. It looked like it's about to break down with them fat women up in there. But I mean, all you need is a visa for the country, and then that's it, man. Save a little bit of money, maybe a few $1,000s saved or whatever, and then you can travel for like a month or two. You feel what I'm saying? That's a shortcut. That's a shortcut to things. The long way is getting financial stability, becoming successful somehow, chasing the bag. That's the long way. Look at me. I haven't got a bag yet, and I've been chasing this bag for about, I don't know, for like 5 years, okay? That's a long time, you know? But it takes a while to get a bag, man. It don't take 5 years to like get a passport, you feel what I'm saying? And save like a few $1,000s. It don't take 5 years to do that. So too many motherfuckers, they looking for shortcuts out of their situation, out of their struggle. And I'm gonna say time and time again, society does not allow, doesn't allow shortcuts for men, bro. You know what I'm saying? Society does not allow shortcuts for men. There is no shortcuts. You feel me? You can try, but once them females figure out you ain't got your bread right, they're gonna drop you like a hot potato, man. You feel what I'm saying? Remember I was out there trying to fake the funk, doing the pickup artist shit, wearing all that jewelry and stuff, trying to take a shortcut. What happened when that female saw my card? She chirped off. This nigga ain't really got his shit together. I'm out. That was it. You niggas trying to take shortcuts. Society I'm telling you, it's gonna punish you, bro. You feel what I'm saying? Society gonna punish that ass. You trying to take a shortcut, bro. Now look at this motherfucker trying to escape. Get your ass back here. And now he's here in America, still struggling to get a date. Can't get a woman, and he paid all that money to bring her over here. Cause it took a little bread to get over here. He probably paid for the goddamn plane ticket and shit. He paid for the visa. You know what I'm saying? So it's like all that effort for nothing, bro. Trying to take a shortcut, bro. No, you gotta take the long way, bro. You know what I'm saying? You gotta take the long way, baby. You feel what I'm saying? You gotta take the long way. Just like everybody else. Just like Kevin Hart had to take the long way. Just like Seal had to take the long way. Just like Lil Wayne. Yes, Lil Wayne is sub 5. He had to take the long way. He had to work at his raps and stuff like that. Jay-Z, sub 5. Craig Mack, sub 5. They had to fucking take it the long way, bro. They had to master their craft. And plus, when you take the long way, the fruits are so rewarding. Like, I used to just recently I looked up, what was it? Low-hanging fruit? High-hanging fruit or whatever? Or why do men go for low-hanging fruit? That's what it was. And then it said, that's what I Googled, right? I Googled why men take the shortcut, or why do men pick the low-hanging fruit? They said because it's a quick win. It is a quick win. That's why they take the low-hanging fruit. But very little effort to get the low-hanging fruit, bro. You don't have to jump up and climb onto the tree to get to the high-hanging fruits. Nah. You walk over to the fucking tree and you pick it off the stem, okay? That's it. No, you don't have to jump up or nothing. You just walk over and just, but, that got a worm in it, though. It's not really that ripe or it's too ripe or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But the high-hanging fruit are the most, rewarding and satisfying. You know what I'm saying? That's what Google said. Motherfuckers don't want to climb, bro. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to get their pants dirty or nothing like that. They don't want to do the work. They want a shortcut, bro. There is no shortcuts. I'm gonna say it again, because I don't want to hear that, man. There is no shortcuts out of your situation, bro. You're broke, you're dusty, you're trying to become a passport bro, they're going to figure that out real quick. You feel what I'm saying? Just like that one female in Kenya. She was online talking about, wait until the dollar, runs out. Then you'll find out the truth. That's what she was saying, right? She was saying, wait. I don't know how to make the Kenyan accent. She was like, well, wait till that dollar runs out. Then you will find out the truth. And then you will find out the truth. You feel what I'm saying? So, you just got to understand something, man. Us men are the protectors and the providers. and we gotta live up to that standard in society, or we gonna be considered bums, losers, and scrubs. No woman is gonna want to stick with you long term, bro. If you ain't got your bread together, man. You know what I'm saying? A lot of guys don't get that part, man. They think it's easy to like take a shortcut, which it is. It's easy to take a shortcut, but you take that shortcut, bro. What they gonna do? They're gonna send you back down that shortcut and be like, nope, you gotta take the long way, boy. You gotta take the marathon way. It's like a nigga running a marathon, and he gonna try to cheat. You know, he gonna try to find a shortcut somewhere. You got to understand there's spectators and there's a referee or a judge that's gonna spot you trying to take that shortcut, and they're gonna be like, no, that's the guy right there. He gonna lose the race. No, we gonna put him right back at that starting line, bro. No, ain't no shortcuts here. Ain't no shortcuts around these parts. You know, put you right back at that starting line. That's what happened to him. He tried to take a shortcut. The guy who tried to bring that Kenyan woman over here to America, he tried to take a shortcut, and he got put right back at the starting line. Like, no, you a man. It was like, bring your ass right back to that starting. No shortcuts. No shortcuts now. You're like, man, I tried to take a shortcut, man. Now I'm back at the starting line, bro. Yep, he's right back at square one. Told you. No shortcut for men, bro. And now I don't know what's going to happen to his kid, man. You know what I'm saying? She should get deported, man. Hopefully he didn't marry her right away and shit, man. If he did, he's a totally simp for that, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, you gotta get over here. She gotta earn that citizenship, bro. I think they're cracking down on that too, man. Females just using dudes to get to the U.S. I think Donald Trump has some. I think he has something going on with that, man. Well, a female just can't just use you for a green card and then you know what I'm saying, then leave you and shit. You know, I think they're trying to fix that somehow. You know, they should, bro. That'll prevent bitches from like leaving their husbands when they get over here. You know, it's like, hey, you leave him, you go right back to your country. That's it. You know what I'm saying? And that's funny, man. It always happens to, you know what, bro? Like, I don't know. When I watched the story with David and Annie, David was a white passport, bro. He was fat, out of shape. I mean, when he got over there, he wasn't fat. But when he came back to the U.S. with Annie, bro, they stayed together for a long time. She didn't leave David for some reason. I think David was a teacher or something. I don't know if he's still in jail, but she didn't leave him. But it's only the passport, bro, who got left. You know, that's cold, bro. That's real cold, though. Well, you know what, bro? Now you're learning, bro. He got to go through that, though. You know what I'm saying? That's called female nature, bro. She saw a bigger and better deal, man. You feel what I'm saying? And he getting his learn on, though. That's what you do to learn. He gonna know for next time, though. You feel what I'm saying? You know, he gonna learn. He gonna know next time. It's called a learning experience, bro. You know. Now he gonna be like, damn, if I'd had my money together, she would not have left me. Probably. You feel what I'm saying? he want to stay out here and do shortcuts. That's not gonna work. Now he needs to focus on his money, leave these hoes alone, and it's probably too late for him, man. He got a kid, so he gonna be paying child support. I don't know how that's gonna how that, I mean, I don't know how that's gonna work. You feel what I'm saying? I don't know how he gonna be paying child support and shit. Cause if he gotta pay child support for the next like 18 years, yeah, he's done. He's not gonna be able to pursue any like dreams or passions. Whatever his dream was to be, it's over with because he got a kid now. You see, his mind he fucked himself up. Now he don't even have a wife or a girlfriend now, and he gonna be paying child support. And then what's gonna happen is it's making his life worse because now when he meet up with another female here in the West, she gonna look at him like, oh, he got a kid already. That's gonna be a real fucked up thing for his dating life in America now. I mean, if he does, so he kind of like messed himself up even more just by having a kid with her. You feel what I'm saying? And now everybody's talking about it, bro. What's his name made a live about it? Was it Travel with Paul? He got on that story real quick. Everybody kicked in the door, bro. Everybody kicked in the door and went to his live stream, bro. I didn't listen to the whole entire live. I heard pieces and stuff like that, man. But anytime one of you passport bros slip up, man, the passport haters, they kick in the door, bro. They're gonna be like, see, look at that, look at this, look what's happening, Boy, they got their talk on, and they even had some Kenyans come into the live stream, Travel with Paul, They had some Kenyans. They had a man and a woman on that motherfucker, bro. And everybody coming in talking about this situation, bro. And that shit went viral all over the internet. Everybody's talking about you, bro. That's embarrassing, bro. How you being talked about on every single channel here on YouTube, bro? You made your life worse than what it was before. For real, though. He didn't make his life better. Nah, he made it worse. Now you're the joke, simp, laughing stock of the internet, bro. you know. The guy have to marry a girl over there before he bring her back. That's what I'm saying. He made the wrong move of marrying her so too goddamn quick with his little desperate ass. You got to be a desperate man to be marrying a woman so goddamn quick in her country to bring her back. It's like bro, you're desperate and you're thirsty. Curiosity killed the cat, bro. Curiosity kills the cat. You feel what I'm saying? He's so goddamn curious, man, he'll end up getting killed. It's like, bro, slow your ass down. It's already too late now. They're gonna be talking about this shit for like 3 or 4 weeks. You know what I'm saying? Like, imagine Cat just being the laughing stock, simp, passport bro of the internet. My fucking name will be on every single goddamn channel, bro. The Cat brought somebody back from Kenya. And he got left for a Chad or a Tyrone. Man, I'll be embarrassed. I'll be like, God damn, what the fuck did I do? But that's kid stuff, bro. That's thirsty stuff, bro. Like, that's amateur shit, bro. That's a rookie move. I wouldn't be making moves like that. Now, in my 20s, I probably would have made a move like that. But I'm not gonna make a move like that, bro. Like, are you kidding me? That's some amateur shit, bro. I'm seasoned in the game. I know what females are about, bro. You feel what I'm saying? He not seasoned, bro. He ain't got no seasoning on him. It's like a steak with no seasoning, bro. He ain't seasoned, bro. So expect him to make simp moves like that, bro. That's a simp move. You know what I'm saying? And you ain't getting no coochie in the States. You're gonna have to bring the coochie to you. Like, anytime a man does that, bro, he's having problems getting coochie here in America, bro. Because I don't see Chaz and Tyrone's like doing male older bride shit, bro. Like they don't need to. They get enough coochie out here. You see what I'm saying? The girl left me for a Chad or a Tyrone. Yeah, exactly, Scott. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, because uh, uh, that would be an amateur move for me, bro. I would never like fall for nothing like that. I see how them females work and operate over there in other countries, man. In Thailand, I got a couple of times. I lost a few $100 messing with a female, and that ain't nothing. A few $100 ain't nothing, man. You know what I'm saying? But I found out that she was lying to me, man. I stopped talking to that bitch, bro. You know, I got a couple of times in Thailand, bro. These females, they always want to ask for money all the time, bro. And I ain't gonna lie, I did give the female some money because she was always calling me and texting me and giving me attention, which I liked. I liked that she was talking to me and giving me attention because out here, you don't get much attention from females unless you're part of the 20% of men. And I'm not part of 20% of men. I'm not by a long shot. You feel what I'm saying? But I sent her what? One time I sent her $50, and then I sent like $100 because she said she needed to get a shot for COVID, you know, and the shot cost like $100. And then I did some research after that, and I said the shots in Thailand are for free. Why you saying that it costs you $100? She was like, oh. I'm like, okay, yeah, I see that you lied to me, so you're not getting no more money from me. Matter of fact, I'm gonna stop talking to you. If that's it, I ended that situation big time. Probably lost about about $1.50 or something like that, but that ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? Compared to what he did, he brought it all the way over here, man, and he paid more than $1.50 for that plane ticket. And the visa and shit, and that ring that he bought her, the ring was it probably wasn't in real gold. He probably gave her a very inexpensive ring. You know, you feel me? You know, probably very inexpensive, probably some silver bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And she sniffed that shit out, man, and she left that motherfucker, bro. That's what you get when you don't have your shit together. You know, now lick your wounds and get your shit together. That's all you got to do. You know, just just don't go live talking crazy about the rim. Oh, like heeding secede. Nah, because I tell you, these guys, their mind is on women, bro. Like, that's why they're failing, bro. Your mind can't be 100% women. You can't have pussy on the mind 24/7. You gotta focus your shit on other things, man. Anyway, I'm about to end this live, bro. It's already been an hour and shit like that, but. You know, the more you focus on women, the more you're gonna fail at life. Simple as that. I'm gonna let you guys know. And every time a motherfucker, you know, every time I see a motherfucker put his focus on women more than a career or a dream or the bag, I'm gonna point it out. I'm gonna be like, see where his mind is? Every single time a motherfucker focus too much on women and less on his priorities as building and get the money and get the bag, shit like that, I'm gonna point it out. This passport broke, brought a female over here, broke and dusty. See, I'm gonna point my fingers like this. See, this is what I'm talking about. A motherfucker, he's focusing more on pussy than his career or getting status or getting money. He's focusing more on women, you see? That's exactly what I'm talking about, bro. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Your mind is on pussy 100% of the time, bro. It can't be like that, or you're gonna fail. I gotta go. You guys have a good day. I'm out. Peace, man. I'm out. I gotta work out.